There's so much junk in here to learn on RimWorld
Oh yeah?
with all this religion stuff.
Is that an actual base game or is it a mod?
Base game. There. See all this nonsense that's in this. So you can create your own, take a pre-made. So if you were to make your own, what's the symbolic structure of your religion? They call it an ideologian. This one apparently doesn't matter, so just sure any of them. But then you get memes as well. So I could make myself like a supremacist or male supremacy, etc. All these different things, and you can continuously add that into it. And every one of those memes comes with a set of precepts. All these guys down here that you can add onto it. Like, hey, maybe we don't like corpses, or we like animals, or something, and then set different roles, different rituals, different types of buildings, relics, all this nonsense. And that's just for a single meme. But if you were to make your own custom, then you can set all these memes as a beginning and go up to 4 in total. I think it might be 4 point. No, you can have 4 things. It's a ridiculous amount of stuff. And then all the different precepts that go with that. Turning some on, turning some off. Charity is essential. Well, no, I want it to be important. Meat eating horrible. No, I want that to be disapproved. All these different rules that you can tack on top of it, just to get your people to, specifically try to do certain things. You could easily make, for example, like the pre-mades, naked man-eaters. They're always going to be nude and they want to eat other people. And that won't cause your your pawns to lose their mind when they have to do that, because that's what their religion, whatever you want to call it, ideology tells them to do. It just gets silly how in-depth this can get now.
No kidding.
I wanted to do something, like free ranchers. This is what, but I didn't like the part where they don't like eating plants, because then that takes out an entire section of food options that keeps them on like simple food only. I don't know how they can eat something with plant matter in it if they don't like that. And I don't think I can turn. Oops. Yeah, there we go. I could turn that meeting strictly required. Yeah, there's just a ludicrous amount of stuff. And then the people that are assigned to the roles then themselves have to wear certain things, and they get certain abilities. Like, they can hold a speech and boost everybody's work ethic for a little while, or try to, you know, the cleric in this case, the moral guide, tries to convert other people to the ideology. I had one going for a while where it was just a bunch of cavemen that wanted to only eat mushrooms, and it was freaking tough. Because you would get people that aren't part of that ideology. They come in and they want to stick around. And let's see if I can go back to that. And it's difficult to mix people of different ideologies together. It gets to be really tricky. Yeah. So, oh, and they're undergrounders too. So they live in caves. They're only men, and they eat nothing but cave mushrooms. So you just, but the problem is nobody else of their right mind likes the food that they do. So I have to have separate food stores for their mushroom meals, and then regular food for everybody else. And then, because I have so many mushrooms, these mushrooms go incredibly fast. I use them for torches to light things up underground, because it beats powering it all by electricity, which is something I've only, in this playthrough, only just started. I've got geothermal generators now. And other people don't generally like to live underground, except these guys. That's just, you know, that's baked into them. It makes things quite a bit more challenging. But if I don't do something so strenuous like that, because that was a lot of different memes all piled on top of each other, then it probably won't be quite so impactful.
It's fair.
Begin with a simple ideology and develop it over time. I like the idea of that. Find specialist style animals. Alright, let's go to that. Then slaughtering animals, horrible. Don't like that precept. Like I wanna be like a rancher that'll have a giant space for animals to live. But ones that say man is a stain on nature's perfection is probably not gonna do it. Let's see. This one has no precepts. Oh my gosh. That button's loaded. I don't know if you can see that.
It's a lot of stuff.
All the different precepts. This requires me animal personhood. Animal personhood. What in the world? Okay, well, those are precepts, so I would need it to be a meme. That's not an option. Oh, this was an interesting one. Raider. Your folks just want to run out and raid other villages all the time. And they'll start going nuts if you don't go out and pillage a nearby settlement. Do human primacy.
Vikings, man.
Essentially. I mean, that might actually be kind of fun to do. Let's do that. Raider. Deities. Regenerate. What? Oh, okay. Spirit of assault. God of piracy. Okay. Yeah. Raiding is respected. That's gonna make it difficult for other people to want to join, though. Or execution? What? Oh, execution don't care. We're not gonna be cannibals, though. Fungus is despised. Slavery is acceptable. I think that's the only one on here. Oh, skull spike. What? Interesting. They're pre-made with this? Oh yeah, there we go. Bloody Dominators. Okay, then we'll just go with that. We'll just do a... town of nothing but raiders. I need like people that's really good with shooting and shit. And medical. And doc. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna get a doctor, shooter, something else.
Tommy, you got any cluster jewels that are chaos damage?
I do have some. I think I have several, actually.
Several.
None of them are good, but I have them. We'll get them for you.
I can't just roll them.
That's what I figured. Between my totems and my poison character, I kept them all.
Wow. I need several for this. I need 2 larges and like 4 mediums.
Wow. Because fuck the regular passive tree.
Pretty much. I have a singular large chaos cluster.
Oh my.
Actually, I lied, I don't.
Okay.
Actually, I don't have a single chaos one. I think I did have a chaos one at one point. I think I gave it to you.
Yeah, it's in the guild stash now still, I think.
Ooh.
Oh, there's a Star Conjure. Did you put a Star Conjures in here?
You did.
I did?
You did.
Surprise.
And you said, hey, I put a Star Conjas in here for you.
Only grab this Star Conjures.
He was clearly intoxicated when he did that.
I guess so. Who knows? I don't really need it for this build, but hey, it's a Star Conjures.
You want free shit? I don't need free shit, but I'll take it.
And why not?
I really don't want to search for chaos jewels because searching for cluster jewels is so annoying.
I would imagine. Unless you know specifically what you're trying to get. You get too specific and suddenly your cost is going to be extraordinarily high.
I might. I'm just gonna buy some base ones and roll it. To be quite honest, I'm not gonna try to find ones that I specifically need. It's just actually doing it on the site
Hmm.
But like, way you have to do it is done. I don't remember what it was. You have to do like add stat groups and stuff.
Oh gosh. None of my people can cook for shit.
Holly complains about that all the time.
Like, Kerrigan's not cooking yet?
Not yet. Well,
Not yet.
she helps.
Does she?
Yeah, she's all about being in the kitchen.
She just, what, turned 3?
Correct.
Yeah. It was a quick 3 years. Maybe not for you guys, but from the outside looking in. Oh dear.
Oh my god, I got my first real 6-link.
Oh wow.
Tabulous doesn't count.
Nope, you're right.
Yeah, you're definitely right. So, how many what chaos cluster jewels did you have, Tommy? Did you have some?
No
large?
idea. I am in an expedition, and when I get out, I will look for you.
Gotcha.
I know I have like at least a couple in a pile. I've just been throwing them in a corner of stash because I don't have the requisite premium stash tab.
Shame.
Gotcha. Yes, premium stash tabs are pretty nice. In fact, I have too many of them.
Yeah, I don't really use all mine either.
I used to use more of them until they started coming out with the specific tabs.
Mhm.
And then at that point, that's how I ended up with
The
extra
one
tabs,
for every single league.
just about. They kind of chilled out on it a little bit. But
Yeah,
it's still
they
pretty good.
definitely did.
With the league specific stash boxes.
I think they cut a little bit too much flack for it.
It was a bit excessive, to say the least.
It really was. And you had ones like Metamorph that were particularly egregious.
Oh my gosh. yeah.
Metamorph is probably the worst one.
So many different things.
Yeah, Metamorph was just, hey, let me just take up an entire stash tab.
Yeah.
Just, and you still won't have anything you can actually do with it.
Dead rabbit. Oh. There's always a little bit of luck of the draw when you spawn in a new colony. When it comes to what pet they start you out with.
Oh.
Or pets. Sometimes you'll get ones that can be trained to haul items or rescue people if you get something intelligent, like a dog or something. Then they can haul items, haul people if they're hurt, and they'll follow around and protect. Or you'll get something stupid, like I got just a regular old cat, and it does nothing but eat my food. It can't be trained to do anything else.
Maybe RimWorld is your gateway into being a massively popular Twitch streamer. Maybe
I
that's
love
the way that
RimWorld.
works.
Such a genius game.
There's 500,000 people who follow RimWorld. Currently at 2.5 thousand viewers.
And I would assume that a large majority of them are there for Moon.
Oh, Moon's not streaming it.
No.
Oh, you mean the followers?
Followers, yeah.
You're probably right.
I mean, he's one of the bigger ones, I'm sure of it. Vinny did a fair bit of it, and his were a good time. But they, and this is probably just a streamer thing. They like to play it slow, take their time, and have a themed run and with all the little details worked out. And I play it rapidly. Like, let's just see if this works. Then, like, a couple years into it, oh, I fucked up. I gotta restart it.
Let's go see the top RimWorld clip of all time.
Oh gosh, it's probably not even gonna be related to it. It's like,
Doesn't seem like it.
XQC does this and something else. Somebody live reacts to XQC doing something stupid.
That hurt my feelings.
I know. Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh, and I got my first Exalt card.
Wow, you're on a roll.
What an expedition, man.
75. How's your Slayer working out? You're making pretty good progress on it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the feeling of getting a second character into maps. It really feels fucking wonky.
Go on.
Well, in your original character, it's pretty easily well. There you do the maps you have. They're lower. They're like tier 1s, and you progress through that, and you slowly get into your normal, acceptable. Like this is you find where your character's difficulty level is and what you can do, and what's farmable, and like you kind of get a real good idea of your character's ability and what's hard and what's easy. You get into maps with a second character. You don't get any of the epilogue quests. You just go, and it's like, do you just do a single level 1 map? It's like, oh man, this is super easy. It's like you go to skip higher and you just get freaking absolutely shit on. So it's like, all right, and you gotta try and find that sweet spot, and it doesn't feel like it's you don't really have a good idea of what path you should take.
I think that would come along with just being a little bit more familiar with running maps.
Yeah, probably. I am super not a fan of the Conqueror system.
Really?
It's yeah,
I think compared to the previous maps, it's significantly better.
yeah. I don't think that
That's
was.
fine too. It's just like needlessly complicated.
You
I
gotta.
don't even know if it's that complicated, but it
There is a curve to it for sure.
a little bit, yeah.
You
It-
gotta
it's-
figure out how it works in order
Yeah.
to do it well.
Yeah, yeah. Once you, if you like, just kind of see how it works, it's not really that bad at all. It just takes a second to figure out.
I think
what
I'm
to
up
do.
to like 8 orbs now, and just moving
Oh, so
around
yeah,
and
you're
doing them.
you're
but
pretty
it just,
far into it then.
It just, I think it's stupid. It's too much work for. I just want something way more linear that doesn't require like jumping around and
Sure.
moving stuff. It's like that in comparison to Diablo's straight up like
Just-
unbelievable linear.
Yep.
To the
greater
point where
drift
it just
by a
isn't
number.
interesting.
You're
I
just
prefer
pushing
that.
higher keys.
Yeah, exactly. I prefer that like entirely.
I think Last Epics is pretty okay. I think they're a little. I don't know if did you get to their.
I haven't tried it yet.
It's all right. It's more linear. It's honestly it's probably a decent kind of compromise for what you're looking for, where you kind of you do a zone, and then it opens up a branch to other paths, and then you can see what the end reward is for that path. So like one could be like rare bows or something like that, rare jewelry or money, and you can do whatever path you want to do until you get there's like a key or something. I forget what it is. I haven't done it in a minute. And basically, you just do these little quests. You have 3 quests that pop up in the time period that you do while you're there. And once you finish all 3 of them, you can then use the key or whatever to kind of like reset it, which would then bump the level up. So instead of like level 60 enemies, now it's level 70 enemies, and you do